Hey everybody, Justin Seeley here coming at you with another tutorial. This time I'm going to be talking about Adobe Illustrator, and I'm going to show you how to do two cool things. First off, we're going to talk about how to create an awesome scribble effect that you can use on anything, text, images, shapes, whatever you want. This scribble effect is really easy and really cool. Then I'm going to take you through how to turn that scribble effect into a graphic style that you can save to your graphic styles library and then use and apply instantly with the click of a button in any project you want going forward. It's really easy and really awesome, and it's coming at you right now. Alright, so as we talked about in the introduction, we're going to be using Adobe Illustrator here today to create a scribble effect on text. And this actually works for anything, it doesn't have to be text. But I'm also going to show you a second tip on how to use graphic style so that you don't have to recreate this effect each and every time. You can simply save it and then use it repeatedly on any object you want. So the first thing I need to do is create my text. So I'll grab my text tool and I'll just click start adding some text. I'm going to use the League Gothic font. In this case, you can use any font you want though, and I'm just going to type out Scribble like so, and I'll just kind of move that towards the middle of my artboard like so. Once I have this text out there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to the Tools panel, and I'm going to make sure that the fill and the stroke are both set to none. Did that by hitting that little button there. And I'm going to start off by utilizing the Appearance panel. So I'll bring this in so you can see exactly what I'm doing here. The first thing I'm going to do is add a new fill, just like that. I'm going to leave it as black, so that's fine. I'm also going to add a new stroke, just like that. Then I'll make sure that I'm working on the fill right here. And I'm going to go to Effect, Stylize, Scribble. And inside of the Scribble dialog box, a lot of my settings are already saved from the previous time, so you can check it out here. My angle is set to 40, path overlap is set to 0, variation is set to 2 pixels. You could probably also get away with 1 or 3, depending on how much you like it. Basically, if you were to take this up, if I take it up to, let's say, 5, you can see that it kind of widens out the variation. If I take that back down to 1, it just kind of tightens everything up, so it depends on how tight or how loose you want the scribble effect to be. The stroke width, in this case, I want it to be 1 pixel. If you increase that, it's going to look more like a marker than a pen. So if I did that 2 pixels, you see the difference there. So it's like, ballpoint pen versus Sharpie marker. Curviness, I'm going to leave this at 0. In this case, I want it to be really sharp. The variation, I'm going to take that to about 50. You could probably get away with 45. You could probably take it up to 60 if you wanted to. If I take this up, let's take it up pretty high. Let's take it up to 80. Show you the difference there between that and, let's say, 40. Just kind of tightens it up or loosens it a little bit. Spacing, right now it's set to 2 pixels. You can set that up as high as probably 5 if you wanted it to look, real kind of like a kid drew it. Or you can take that back down to 1 if you want it to look really nice and sharp, nice and tight. I'm going to take that to about 2. And then the variation, I set that at 1.5. You can probably take it up to 3 or 4, depends on what you want. And then I'm just going to hit OK. Once I hit OK, that is now part of that appearance. And I can also change the stroke. I want to take that up to about 2 pixels to give it a nice solid outline around the edges. Now you can see inside the fill that the scribble effect is part of the fill. So that's part of the actual fill that goes onto the text. The stroke, just a 2 pixel stroke, you could change that to be any width that you wanted it to be. I like a 2 pixel stroke to give it a nice border around the outside, kind of cleans it up a little bit. So basically from here, my effect is done, and I could change the colors of these to reflect, whatever color I want to use. But basically, I just wanted the scribble effect, and then I can change the colors, depending on what my project is. If I want to save this appearance here, I need to turn it into something called a graphic style. So that's where the graphic styles panel comes in. You can find that over in your tools, over here on the right in the panels, or you can go to the window menu and you can simply bring up graphic styles. Once you have that panel open, all you have to do is find this little new button right here. And if you want to name your graphic style, hold down the Option key on Mac, the Alt key on PC, and click. Once you click that, you'll be able to name it. So now I can type out Scribble and hit OK. And there that style is saved. And now even if I delete that piece of text and go do another one, I can simply click that graphic style and it automatically applies the Scribble effect to anything. So you don't have to use those Scribble fonts that you find on the internet like Sketch, Rockwell, and all that kind of stuff. You can actually use Adobe Illustrator to turn any font you want into a Scribble font. For instance, if I were to change this to, let's say, another popular font like Trojan Pro, let's find that in the list here. There is Trojan Pro in a Scribble style. It works for any font because you're simply changing the graphic style or the appearance of the text. So I can change it here. Here's Myriad Pro. Any font that you want works, and since you've got that graphic style saved, you can instantly apply it to anything from here on out, and you never have to remember those settings again. So there you have it, how to quickly and easily create a Scribble effect here inside of Illustrator, and then how to save it using graphic styles. Well, that about wraps up this tutorial. If you have any questions or comments, you can post them here on YouTube, or you can find me at my blog site at justinseeley.com. You can also post comments via Twitter, I'm at Justin Seeley, and on Facebook at facebook.com/SeeleyFB. Thanks everybody for watching this tutorial. My name is Justin Seeley, and I'll see you next time.